Hello, beautiful angels. It's Teza and Cassidy. We are so excited, especially me, to bring you Cassidy Diehl. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah, it's Cassidy Diehl.
So awesome. She's going to be one of our speakers at the Om Healing Community event. She's amazing. She's going to talk about herself.
And also about Ascension and high vibrational living.
There we go. She is a channel of
the legendary King Arthur that everyone knows, you know, the British leader of the Renaissance. He's known as a spiritual leader, and he's my channeling guide. And
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So anybody who has questions for Cassidy, will take your question and see how we flow. And so Cassidy, tell us about your story. Like, how did you start with your healing?
Well, okay. When I was little, I've always been a gifted writer since a very young age. I remember being 10 years old and looking at my writing, being like, "It looks like an old person wrote this." And so I knew that I had a feeling it wasn't me that was writing it, and it kind of happened over the course of my lifetime. Like, I slowly started to learn about this, but I've learned that I guess King Arthur, obviously, he chose to work with me in this life for a few reasons. The first reason is because he knows my guides very well, and apparently they're friends with him. And the other thing is that he sees me publishing my art and my writing down the road, and so he kind of, because me and like my Arcturian guide, we came here to serve in the Ascension process. He is kind of here sort of for the same mission, so he kind of chose to work with me to kind of get his message out there, because in his last physical life, he didn't really feel like he got his spiritual message out to the world as much as he wanted to, so he channels through me to get that message out there. And so now I pretty much just work as a writer, and I channel.
And also an artist. Tell us about your art.
I've, again, like, same thing with my writing. I've always been interested in drawing. I've always been fascinated by art and making cool things with, like, basically anything. I used to make cool crafts out of duct tape when I was younger. That was just kind of my thing. I'm a huge DIY fan. And then later on, I'm in school right now for visual effects for film and television. And now I'm just kind of here to just explore just all kinds of arts, like whether it's film, visual effects, 3D modeling, drawing, like whatever it is. Like, I'm just super passionate about it, and I honestly feel like I was just put on this earth to just write and to draw and to just create art, pretty much. And
it's so cool, and you're so young, and to know your soul's purpose, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it kind of, I guess part of the reason why I learned I'm so in touch with myself is because when I was younger, I had brain surgery when I was 7 years old, and so it really, because due to my epilepsy and stuff, because I used to have epilepsy, and I guess like because of that brain surgery I had, I've also grew up with social anxiety, so it kind of, I felt really isolated a lot, so it really forced me to be in touch with myself, because like I couldn't rely on anyone else but myself, and so that's sort of when my guides kind of came in and started speaking to me through my dreams and like all of these different things.
So amazing.
So I guess I had to feel completely isolated to understand myself better, and so now I found out that my twin flame is my spirit guide, and I guess I was kind of, I feel like I was kind of meant to be alone, because then I would never have been where I am. Like, I guess everything that I thought I wanted when I was younger wasn't meant to be, and I'm okay with that. You know,
most of our viewers are not familiar with Ascension. Can you tell us something about Ascension? What is it? What does it mean to you?
Basically, Ascension is essentially just getting to a higher state of consciousness. So basically, Ascension, at least the Ascension work that I do, what's happening in the Earth right now and the planet is there is this thing called the global shift. And this global shift is essentially an awakening that not just humans, not just us humans, but like the animals and the plants and just all beings of all citizens of Earth, the whole Mother Earth is awakening to a higher state of consciousness. So what's happening is for humans at least, what's going on is we're transitioning from this carbon-based physical bodies, so we have to like eat to survive, we have to get enough sleep, we have to exercise, and we're kind of relying on feeding our carbon-based body, and it's like a DNA upgrade, so we're awakening to this
more into prana.
Yeah, and to basically it's going to become, we're transitioning from the carbon-based body to the crystalline light body. And the crystalline light body is like, it's going to be transferred from like physical health into like spiritual health. So instead of having to eat to survive, we have to like meditate and like do yoga and like all of these like mindful things and just focus on the vibration of love. And the more love there is, the healthier it is. If you're sad, then you're not healthy. And it's kind of stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Is that what you call high vibrational living?
Yeah, that's why when they talk about high vibrational living, what they're really saying is just like, you know how people always talk about, oh, spread your love, shine your light, and like all of this stuff. That's what they're really saying is just like being high vibrational is like playing. It's like when you look at like a child. Like when you look at children, they're always playing and they don't judge. They have no ego whatsoever. There's no suffering. It's just like amazing. It's just high vibrational. It feels really good.
Can you feel the energy? I'm here in the pyramid. I have to share. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them where you are. This is
like my tea right here.
And she has her tea.
Like,
she's inside the pyramid. So cool, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a vortex of energy and
and it's like just like realizing
yay.
myself, you know.
That is so amazing that at 22, Cassidy had found her calling, and she's here to enlighten our DNA, our human beings. Cool. I am really interested in learning more about ascension work, and the energy is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Because the thing is, it's not just humans, though, that's awakening. It's, like, the animals, too. And if you haven't noticed, there's animals that, like, let's say you're going on a walk, for example, and, like, there's a squirrel that runs up to you. That squirrel is trying to say, I want to connect with you. And so us, as individuals, we have to be open about it and, like, connect with the animal. Because, really, the animals are really good ascension guides as well, because they're grounded, they're in touch with themselves, and so we have to, like I would say, if there's any kind of teacher that you want any kind of ascension guide, you should go to the animals, because they know what they're doing, and they talk telepathically as well, and humans don't really communicate telepathically as much, and so it's just our responsibility to like get on their level and like, you know, just get it, become one with nature, and just one with Gaia, and just one with all things, you know?
Yes, that's so amazing. And with this coming up event on November 11 and 12,
yes.
What is your intention by joining this?
Honestly, I just want more, because honestly, Ascension, at least for like us awakened starseeds, I have a lot of starseed friends that are awakened and stuff, and usually this ascension process and like the global shift and stuff is something that's kind of known among us and isn't really something that we tell anyone, and so I just want more people to know about it so we can awaken faster, and so we don't have to deal with the suffering and this pain and this like just all these bad like energies going on in the earth and like war and all that bad stuff. So my goal is to just make sure that the earth is just in a place of abundance, oneness, unity, just like abundance available to all, honestly. I mean, not everyone will awaken, but pretty much everyone will.
So
which is cool.
You think everyone has a different
purpose?
Process.
Yeah. And the thing is, I've kind of also sort of analyzed different planets, like different kinds of extraterrestrial civilizations that are already up there. So like the Arcturians and the Sirians and Palladians that are all in like the higher dimensions, like ninth dimension, 7th dimension, 8th. We're in the 4th right now, so we're kind of like down. We're like down there. But my Arcturian guide says, though, that it is possible that we will jump 2 dimensions in this lifetime. So just going from the 4th, just like the physical plane that we're on right now, completely skipping the 5th and just jumping right into the 6th.
Wow.
But, again, we all have to kind of work together as, like, Earth citizens, I like to call it.
Yeah.
So, and if we do, then, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait till everyone's
You're so
like
excited
awakened.
about this ascension and awakening.
But
the,
also,
the human consciousness.
oh yeah, totally. Like,
Wow.
literally, everything is just in the mind, and as soon as we awaken to that, then we can do amazing things.
Woo!
Like really awesome things.
And Glenda Ray is one of the speakers as well for the Council of 12.
Yeah.
And she's saying, yes, I speak with animals and nature. Love the messages they
That's
bring and guide.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Because the ascension process kind of goes in a few different sections. There's like human. First of all, there's humans. There's the human collective, which we have to focus on. Then there's the planet as well, because if we're not in touch with the planet and we're like destroying the planet, then we kind of. Oh, it's good that we have those ascension workers that are just focusing on the plants and the animals and stuff. Like, that's really good. Like, keep doing that.
So, tell us about your blog, like where we can find you, Cassidy.
The best place you can find me is on my website. It's CassidyDiehl.com. If you have troubles finding my last name, it's just in the description. Basically, I do tons of different things. I do ascension work building. So if you want to have a position in the ascension process somehow, then I can help you with that and kind of figure out sort of what place or what placement of the ascension process that you want to focus on. Other times, some people are in the middle of ascension, but they're suffering with it. So then I do emotional ascension clearing, which is just like healing those the negativity
Patterns.
and all the patterns and stuff that aren't really serving you. And I also do email channeling as well, because I'm a channeler. So if you have a question, just let me know what it is, and I'll just let the words flow through.
Rodolfo, do you have any questions? He's one of our
Speakers.
No.
And exhibitors.
He's coming for meditation. So it's so cool that you have all this amazing gift and people can have a one-on-one session with you.
Oh yeah, like even if you wanted to just send me an email, just saying like asking me a question about it, I'll just trust me, like I'll answer you right away. Like I'm on my email like all the time.
So cool.
Yeah.
And what do you think is going on around
the planet right now?
Yes.
Like
the government, like
honestly,
what's going on in there?
I still feel like there's a lot of ego going on, especially
Yes.
in the United States. Like,
Yes.
but honestly, like, okay, what I don't want to happen is I don't want humans to awaken too late until we completely destroy the planet and then realize, like, shit, like,
Yeah.
crap, like, what do we do now? I really don't want that to happen, so I want to try and get the message out there that this is real and that we need to kind of work together as a planetary collective, like as humans and animals and plants and stuff, because we're all Earth citizens, right? And so I really hope that like we can all sort of work together and kind of because we're all different and stuff. I think it's important that we all sort of like we all kind of like have our own ways of doing things and we all awaken to our own unique gifts so we can kind of teach others that. But at the same time though, I'm also always suggesting to people to kind of like use your hardships to help others so that others don't have to deal with that same suffering that you had to deal with. So that way that's one less thing we need to worry about. And so that's what I'm trying to focus on for the most part at the moment, because there's so much suffering going on in the world. Like it makes me sad thinking about it.
So how do you focus on yourself and your creativity?
Honestly, like, how do I focus on it? Well, it's something that I do every day. It's like, to me, like my art and my writing is something that I do every day. It's kind of the thing that I use to get in touch with myself. And I think it's important that everyone finds that gift that helps them get in touch with themselves. Like, it doesn't have to be drawing or like writing or music or anything like that. It can simply be just like going on a walk or like having your tea or watching Netflix, whatever you do to like, you feel to get in touch with yourself in a way. Like, you don't have to get in touch with yourself super spiritually, but like, as long as you're aware of yourself, like your self-awareness or your emotional awareness,
yeah.
then whatever it is, it's fine. Like, just as long as you're aware of what needs help and what needs growing, then that's good.
Okay. Now, Rodolfo is saying, I'm into channeling. Definitely want to see more channeling.
Yeah, most of the channeling I do. I mean, most of the channeling I kind of do more for. I do more for myself, more for like, because my channeling, I guess the way, because I'm still sort of awakening to my channeling gifts and stuff, but like the
You're-
way how I channel at the moment is because I had a really really difficult childhood when I was younger with like
Yes.
brain surgery, social anxiety, and all these things. I kind of channel to heal my younger self. So
The
I
inner
kind
child.
of so I visualize myself as like me as the writer as like kind of like a guru for my younger self that my younger self didn't have. And so when I write, it's like I'm healing that inner child, and but honestly, I'm still exploring all the different kinds of channeling, like channeling extraterrestrials and other stuff.
Tell us about what you've gone through when you were 7.
When I was 7 years, basically, when I was 7, I had brain surgery, and due to that brain surgery, I had a lot of learning challenges growing up. So the things that I thought I wanted to do when I was younger, like go to university and be a archaeologist or a geologist, because I'm super into like ancient civilizations and stuff like that. Like that's like my jam, and it never ended up happening. And a lot of the stuff that I wanted as a child, that I wanted to be growing up and stuff as a child, never happened. But I think because of it, it's okay that that never happened, because I feel like everything sort of happened for the right moment and for the right reason. And honestly, like I don't think I would have been as happy as I am today if I didn't experience that, because I guess I had to experience what it meant to be completely alone and just completely isolated from myself entirely, to understand what it meant to be with myself. Sort
Wow.
of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a big. It's kind of like your,
it forced me to be in touch with myself.
It's like a dark night of the soul.
Yeah. But it was like throughout my entire childhood though, and so it was really difficult. But I guess I don't really regret it in the end, because I love where I am today, and I don't think.
And now you become a bubble of light and joy.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
And is there any messages that you want to tell our group?
Any messages? Honestly, just if anything, just be in touch with make sure you're in touch with yourself. Don't be afraid of trying new things and trying many different things throughout your awakening. Like lots of people are already going through awakening, already going through ascension, and they're trying all these different things, but they don't exactly know what it is. Just be open to trying many different things. Because like feel like you have to do all of these different things to kind of understand who you are and why you are the way you are. So, and if there's a challenge that arises, use it as an opportunity for mastery instead of like weakness, because that's what helps you grow.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, just like follow your heart and just do what you feel guided to do in the moment, and not because you're behind anyone or you're in front of everyone. Like you are where you are supposed to be, and that took me a long time to realize when I was younger. So, yeah.
Wow. So you're like this mentor for
people who are
teenagers.
on these. Yeah, for people, I pretty much just help people who are on the path of ascension, whether they're fully awakened and they want to continue more with it, or they're just completely stuck and they don't know what to do. Then I help them with that too.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's so exciting,
I know,
right? That's so amazing. Yeah. And Cassidy is going to be with our 12 speakers. So we have amazing portal. We call it Ascension Portal event. And so Rodolfo has a question. Do you recommend anything for prior to channeling? It is diet, spiritual practice required, as the higher is your frequency vibration, the better for channeling, or is it fine for us as long as you can tap? There's a lot. Or connect. So what do you think is the process of channeling? Do you think there's a certain diet?
No, I don't think it. Honestly, I don't think it's a diet. I don't think it has anything to do with like exercise or getting enough sleep or anything like that. Honestly, I think it's just like because I'll give you an example. My boyfriend, for example, he's a musician, and he is really in touch with his music, and I know that he is a very highly attuned empath, and I honestly think that he channels through his music, because
Whenever
yeah.
whenever I'm around him, or like it's like when he plays his music, it's like he's reading me. It's not that he's
Wow.
doing it intentionally or anything like that, but it just happens, you know. And I think the thing that helps you channel is however you choose to channel, whether you're a writer or you're an artist or whatever it is, whatever your art, whatever your kind of art is. I think what will help you channel is finding that gift, like that art, because anything can be art really, is just finding that gift that helps you get in touch with your feelings and your emotions and just your overall being. And it doesn't have to be writing. You don't have to verbally be channeling spirit through your mouth or anything like that. I think people overcomplicate channeling too much, but it's just, you can channel through art. You can channel through like a painting or something like that. So when you see the painting, you see yourself. And
that's funny because Rodolfo is an artist.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, he paints. Yeah.
So like if you're a painter, then like just paint what you feel. Like just like totally surrender to what your mind and what you're trying to create with your mind and trying so hard. Just like let go and just let it flow.
Whoa. So that is actually the question of Monica. How do we know we are channeling, or it's the mind playing games as I get confused?
I think when you start questioning it, I feel like don't question it, just accept it. Because when you question it, that's when you're sort of kind of getting out of touch with yourself.
That's the ego, right?
Yeah. Like just like don't even question it. Don't think like, oh, like maybe it's just my imagination or something. Like don't think that. Just like let go and just accept whatever comes in. Like you just have to, like I said, you just have to really just let your mind go and just let it flow. Like just let it flow, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Have you tried trance channeling?
No, I haven't actually. No.
So it's mostly writing and going through that.
Oh yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what I do. I channel through my writing. That's what I do.
So when a person comes to you, you could tune into their energies and
I usually do that. I usually do more email channeling than anything else than in-person channeling, because I have a hard time channeling through my mouth. So because the thing is, because I write, like, because when that paper is in front of my face, I'm like, okay, this paper doesn't judge me and this pen doesn't judge me, so it's okay. Cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just sort of, it's like a mindset. So even though writing works for me, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Yeah. So you just have to figure out what that thing is that gets you in touch with yourself. And because to me, I just kind of visualize it as like the paper doesn't judge me. The paper wants me to pour my feelings out on it. So that's what I do. And it could be the same thing if you're a painter. Let the canvas like be like the therapist for you. So the canvas is there to listen to your feelings or listen to whatever you need, whatever message you need to get out there, and just like paint. Don't even think about it, just paint it. And maybe you'll find a message within it. You never know.
That's so cool. How do you express yourself to, your peers who doesn't, who's not awake yet?
Honestly, I try to talk about the things that they would understand. Because, like, let's say, for example, someone was atheist, knew nothing about spirituality whatsoever, they didn't believe in energy, and I said to them, so yeah, I'm a channeler, I channel King Arthur, my origins are Taurus, all my ancestors are, like, extraterrestrial, they're pretty cool, like, they would think I'm, like, literally insane. Let's be honest.
They're
so
clueless,
like
right?
I just try to talk about the things, like, for example, like, I'm really into crystals, so like they're like, so if I were to express myself in a way, maybe I'd say like, oh, like, I'm really into crystals, I study like the energies of crystals or something like that,
So you don't reveal yourself.
It depends on the person,
on their level.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So like if I feel like they can listen to me without like judging me, like saying like, okay, you're kind of crazy, whatever, like then I'll tell them.
Shana says, hi, Cassidy.
Hi.
Is that your friend?
No.
That's so cool. Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
Debbie is one of our beautiful, amazing
Oh, wait,
hosts.
Shauna. Oh, my God. Shauna.
You
hey.
know her.
Oh, my God. Hey, Shauna. I saw the last name. I was like,
I feel like
oh, my
you know
God.
her.
What's going on?
Wow.
So,
you have so many gifts. That's so amazing.
I still have so much I have to learn. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. You're remembering them.
Yeah, essentially I'm just remembering them.
And I'm like, wow.
I honestly, like what I know right now isn't even close to what I'm gonna know down the road. Like, it just.
China says,
I
I miss your
miss
face.
you.
Aw.
I want a hug.
My goodness, that's so cool, man. You found your path.
Yeah, and I still feel like there's more that I'm
course.
gonna learn. And you know what? I may not even end up riding down the road. I may end up doing something completely different. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't
I
know.
could see you right in the stage talking about ascension in your high vibrational living.
Mhm.
So, what does a high vibrational living looks like?
Basically, when you look at children like playing on the beach, blowing bubbles, that's essentially what high vibrational living is. Is just get your reference from the children, because those children are high vibrational beings. Like, they're some of the most high vibrational people on
Wow.
earth. Like,
That's
so
true.
I'm always saying, let the children be your teachers. Like, let them teach you. You know.
There's a song about
like,
that.
Yeah, and they're so in touch with themselves. They don't have egos. They don't have to They don't have to think about paying bills or like responsibilities. Like, they play and they have fun, and
That's
that's
so
what's
much
most important.
true. And that's why when the children are around, we're so happy, right? We feel
Yeah.
light, and
Yeah,
we just
totally.
we focus to
Mhm.
them. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
Yay! So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
of course.
Amazing, amazing, Cassidy.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
I'm so excited.
So people, when you want something to do with your website, those are spiritual healers, entrepreneurs, Cassidy can create your web
like I say, I'm in art school right now. So if you have any graphic design, visual effects, film, website design, whatever you want, I can do it.
Oh, let's talk about sacred geometry.
Sacred geometry.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is sacred geometry?
Okay, I don't know too much about sacred geometry,
Mhm.
but from at least what I understand, I could be totally wrong, by the way. 'Cause
Yeah. No, it's fine. What's
I
your
think
take?
sacred geometry for me is kind of like a symbol of the universe,
Mhm.
and I feel like sacred
Language.
geometry kind of has a does have some kind of energy to it, and I definitely think like sometimes like there may be like a certain shape or some kind of sacred geometry that may represent stuff like for example, like wealth and abundance. So like, for example, like let's
It
say
activates.
yeah,
It's
it
an
activates.
activation.
Yeah, it's kind of like crystals, sort of. Like, all crystals have different kind of energies. Some help with
Mhm.
opening up your truth. Others help with certain other things. And sacred geometry is kind of the same way.
Mhm.
And I definitely think sacred geometry is something that everyone should kind of hang up in their wall somewhere in their house, because it
So
really
cool.
like just helps raise the vibration
Yes.
of the room.
All right. Virtual hug sent.
Virtual hugs.
Virtual hugs. So thank you so much,
Yeah,
Cassidy.
totally.
So we'll see you on
At the Ascension Portal event.
yes,
Yeah.
November 11 and 12 at Ian at the Key in Westminster. So thank you, and you'll find Cassidy at
CassidyDiehl.com.
All right. Bye for now.
See
Yay,
ya.
see ya.
Mwah.
Mwah.